Good. I am live. Good morning. I was trying to post something and it was cut my time a little short there. So anyway, good morning. How is everybody? How is everyone on yet another miserable day of the summer since it's still not warm, but that's okay. So driving again, Stephanie, be safe if you're listening. Well, obviously you're listening. If you're just listening, be safe. So good morning. How is everybody? Hi, Judy. So we have exciting news. If you are a Patreon or a YouTube member, you already saw it yesterday. But for everybody else, and just in case you missed it, our piping order came in. Sorry, I was going to sneeze. I'm not. Our piping order came in, all 4 boxes. They split the shipment. I got 2 and 2, which of course stressed me out, but it's okay. So we got all of our piping and our 1-inch handles, and I'm so excited because we got so many colors. I'm going to list all the colors for you. Not that I'm expecting you to write them all down or anything, but just so you can see the variety that we have. And of course, what does this mean? As soon as we get all of it in, I start thinking about all of the other colors that I wish I had also gotten because I'm mentally ill. So welcome to whatever this is. I've got some bags to show you. I've got some things to show you. There's some updates on the website, but I am just so excited. So excited. If you thought that I had a piping obsession now, just wait. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get so much worse because now I have more of a selection. So it's just going to continue getting worse. And I ran out of time this week because this week we had a lot of unexpected things added onto our plate. Nothing bad, but just a lot of stuff. We were coming off of the in-person retreat, somewhat cleaning up, not really, getting ready for the virtual retreat. Eric had his final doctor's appointment before he has to go back to work. I'm not any more happy about that than he is. And then we had a lot of orders and we had some other things, phone calls, different things, just all sorts of stuff. Oh, and my biatch is here. Hi, Lauren. So the week kind of got away from me. I did film something, which I'll share with you what that is. But I didn't film as much as I wanted to. So let's start with the exciting stuff because I'm really, really happy about this. And drum roll. So currently on the Cork page, I updated the Cork cording. Remember this stuff? Remember for the Rue bucket bag? I updated cording. We had a bunch of it that I did not know we had because it was kind of tucked away. So I did update this. They are all in 1-yard pieces. If you're making a Rue or any other bucket bag, I have those. There's a good chance I'm probably not going to restock this, or at least not in all the colors, just because we're kind of going in another direction. So it all kind of depends on how it goes. We have a good selection. We have a lot of like natural with gold. I don't have any black or anything like that, but I do have quite a few colors. So if you're looking for cording, that is on the website. Right next to that are 17 colors of piping. 17, you guys. I started with like, I'm just going to order like 6 or maybe 8, and then it was 17. So we have, this is chaos. Chocolate brown, raisin, and we have a lot of raisin because that was the one that got doubled. But yes, we have raisin. I love you, Lauren. We have caramel, black, navy, ballerina pink, medium blue green, olive green, wine, lime green, rose, pearl white. Did I say caramel? I think I already said caramel. Sorry about that. Candy apple red, aqua, charcoal, natural, and fuchsia. That's a lot. Thank you, Lauren. So yes, there are 17 colors of piping. All this beautiful piping. It's all the same size. It has the 3/8 flange on it. It's all the exact same piping in a variety of colors. And if you're still on the fence and you're not a fan of piping or you're still not sure how to use it, don't worry, because I'm going to have you covered real soon. Not this week, and probably not next week, because next week is a holiday, but real soon, because it's at the top of my video list, you will be getting I don't do this, just so you know. My hands are not on the keyboard. Lauren is doing this. Just so you know, I will be getting the piping masterclass video tutorial put together very, very soon. I'm very excited about it. I have some things to show you today too, but that is my plan for this whole weekend. We have a virtual retreat, and I feel like I'm sitting way too far to the side. There we go. We have a virtual retreat, but it's kind of a virtual work retreat for me because I have a list of things that I want to work on. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes if I can get all the things done that I want. You guys all had a lot of confidence in me for the in-person retreat, and I did get 2.5 of the 3 bags done that I wanted to. So I feel pretty good about that. So that is number 1, piping. And we'll circle back to piping because I want to show you some piping on bags. Number 2, we got 1-inch wide pre-made handles. So I say pre-made handles. It's also called strapping. It's whatever you want to call it. It is 1-inch wide, 25 millimeters. That's the front and that's the back. It's very subtle. You really can't tell, but right there in the middle, that's the seam. And they are made in a factory and they are glued together. Be warned, some of them have a little bit of a, oh, thank you, a little bit of a glue smell to them, a little like chemical smell. Not all of them. It's, I think, because they were packaged in plastic in a box and shipped here. So they have a little, I opened the box and I was like, it will go away. This is fine. It will totally go away. So don't stress about it if you open your package and you're like, what's going on? It's fine. So we only got 1 inch because this is a brand new product. This is new for me. It might not be new for you. It's not new for other sellers, but it's new for us. So I thought I didn't want to fully commit to several sizes since I committed to 14 colors of this. A lot of overlap with the piping, but I also was trying to think, what would I want in a handle? What do I want on the thing that I'm going to be grabbing a hold of and touching a lot? The piping I don't touch as much. So we got candy apple, we got cream. I know that might be weird to some of you, but I think it's a good thing. I think cream, because we have a lot of white backgrounds, cream colored backgrounds for our cork. I think it makes sense. We got raisin, of course, because why would I not have purple? Fuchsia, wine, lime green, olive green, navy, aqua, charcoal, black, chocolate caramel, and natural. So a lot of overlap, but it just kind of made sense. So if you guys like these, and we sell a lot of them, my shipping manager, who tries to control me, that guy out there, said that we can try other sizes and I can also add more colors. So we'll see how it goes. But I know a lot of you don't like making handles. I'll be honest, that hurts my feelings a little bit. I love making handles, but I get it. So I want to start with this because I have used these a little bit myself. I don't use them as much because I do genuinely like making handles, but I use these when I teach, because when you're going to a class, we all know that handles are tedious and time consuming. And as much as I love making them, I don't want to make them on someone else's machine any more than you do. I want to make it on my machine with the feet that I like and the thread that I like. So it can be a little overwhelming trying to prep and top stitch handles. They take up a lot of time in class. So this is one of the bags that I made. This was for the Raleigh show when I taught the embroidered market tote, and these are pre-made handles and they hold up really nice. I think they feel really good. I did top stitch them. So you can, or you can use them plain. And I'm pretty sure the majority of people in that class, minus 1 or 2, used them plain. So you can use it just like this. You don't have to add any stitching. It's really just for show, or just, you know, if it makes you feel happy, you can. So we have those. I am definitely willing and open to discuss the option of other sizes and the possibility of getting more colors. So far, the Patreons have been loving them, and members, we've been selling quite a few since yesterday, but there's still a lot on the website, so you can go check those out. My thought on this too, because these are 2 layers. They're nice, sturdy 2 layers. There's nothing in between here, no interfacing or anything, but they're sturdy, but they're still nice and soft and flexible and domestic friendly. I love a 2-color handle, but I'm never fully ready, or like I'm never in the right mindset to do it. So what if we did make a handle and kind of stack them? Well, what do you think about that? So this is the 1-inch handle, and this is another handle. I didn't make this one. This was an old sample I had that's 1 1/4 inches. What if we made that? Wouldn't that be fun? So how long are they? As long as you want them to be. They are sold by the yard. So you can get them as long as you want. You can get a yard or you can get 10 yards. It's up to you. And we cut them right off of the spool that they come on, so it's continuous. So will I bring them to Dallas? Probably, Roberta. I know we plan on bringing piping. Are we thinking about bringing the pre-made handles? Were we talking about that for Dallas or just piping?
Whatever you want.
Eric says whatever I want. So I guess whatever everybody else wants.
These the same?
Technically
Old,
speaking.
New?
Yes.
This is the last piece. Should I send that out?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, sure.
No.
No. Sorry.
I'll put this in the scrap.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Pay attention.
I am, but you're disturbing me. What about using the strapping for the zipper overlay? That is an interesting thought, Chris.
Not wide enough.
It's not as wide as I would like it, and I'm not sure once you start cutting. Eric is disturbing. Lauren's here. I'm not sure. Hold on. I'm gonna cut a piece of this off. I'm not. This is my supply. Get out of here. If we cut a hole in the middle of this, will it do anything weird? Will it be too thick? I don't know. Chris, you ask an intriguing question, and I'm going to use the crummiest pair of scissors I own to try and answer that for you. So let's see how that goes.
How come Lauren wasn't around when I'm around? Now I'm not here.
Because Lauren is avoiding you.
She don't like me anymore.
I know.
She's not too bonita.
And because you are very bonita. So anyway, Eric is sulking now because why is Lauren around when I'm not around? Don't listen to him. He's in a whole different mode because he has to go back to work. So I want to talk about piping, but now I'm on a mission to cut a hole in this handle and see how it goes. Chris, it's not. Hi. You're so small. You're so tiny. I'm going to say, Chris, I'm on the fence. It's not my least favorite idea, but it's not my favorite either because, I just cut this with crummy scissors. Scissors. It's like, it feels nice. It feels sturdy. It's not as tall as I would want because it's only 1 inch. I would rather it was like 1.5 inches. Because that leaves this part really small. And this is the rough, 1/2 inch that I could do. She said, hey, boo. So I don't know. Chris, you're making me think. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Can we order wider ones?
That is also a good question. I don't remember if I got the widest size that they offer. Obviously, I got this from somewhere. And this is 1 1/4 inches. So, Lauren, let me find out.
But wait, there's more. Talk
amongst yourselves. Hang on for a second, because I actually don't know. Let me see.
You want to look it up now.
I do want to look it up now because it's a question, and we all want the answer.
If you tell them, then you have to do it.
That is also true. But
or I can make custom strapping.
No, you can't. Yeah. You can't use my machine.
I can't sew.
Well, all right. I can't find it anyway, but I will find out the answer to that, and we will see because I don't know. Oh, yeah. All right. So. See, Chris said, let us know. Maybe when you get wider strapping and someday. I don't know. So here's a funny little story about this.
Did I just ruin all your stuff?
You ruin everything, but it's fine.
I'm
like
a tornado.
You are.
I'm a tornado of love.
You are Eric Nato. Shh, you're yelling in my ear, bro.
I gotta go.
Go back to work. We got piping orders to ship. So when I placed this order, my manufacturer, who's very supportive of me spending my money with him, like he's never like, no, please. I had told him prior to this, because I told you guys we were getting these handles in the summer. It was always the plan. The original plan was basic colors. That's what I had planned on, like brown, black, navy, keep it basic. Because it's handles. Let's start with just a small amount. And then I immediately said, you know what? Actually, I changed my mind. Let me have all the colors. So in total, I ordered 4,000 meters. That's a lot of meters of piping and handles. And he, in a very roundabout way, was like, girl, are you okay? Are you sure about this? And I was like, yes, I am. And he said, well, I really hope it sells well for you because that's a lot. And I said, I appreciate it. The piping, I'm not afraid of, because piping, piping can go on lots of things, and the size doesn't really matter. We can use it on all sorts of bags. The handles being 1 inch, I understand. We've limited ourselves to that width. I said, but worst case scenario, nobody wants them. I'll use them for the class kits that I make, like I did when I went to Raleigh, and I'll do it for Dallas too. I said, it's not a big deal. It'll be fine. It just means I'll have handles for the next few years for kits. But so far, they're going very well. So I feel confident. Maybe by the end of this year, I don't know. It's hard to say that. I feel confident that another size will be coming in our direction soon. Bigger, smaller, I don't know, but I'm feeling the confidence right at the moment. So, so yes, you will get all the practice you need, Jennifer, because we are all about piping over here, and I'm going to be putting piping on everything from here on out. You heard it here first. So, speaking of, let me show you something, a few somethings. This is what I worked on at the retreat, but also a couple of ways that you can also put piping on things a little bit differently. So first, you remember this bag? Do you remember my Harper that I started during the, how many weeks ago was it when we were doing the reverse applique? I finished it. It's like finished. I got my little heart zipper pull on there. I got pockets inside. It's done. So this one has a gusset, so it has the piping around it. I put all my rivets on. I love this bag. Absolutely love it. I'm also going to do a quick little video on how to do these like faux rolled handles. They're super easy, but it's content. It's content. And it's also fun to show you guys. So that will be coming. I also, at the retreat, made an Emily. Sorry, I have a piece of hair on me. I made an Emily messenger bag, and I put the piping in the middle of the front and back where it has darts. And then I said to Cheryl was sitting next to me, is it too much to put it on the flap? Do I need it on the flap? And she was like, do it. So I did, because I do whatever I'm told. So I put it also on the flap. And I put a cute little bee flip lock. And are you ready for this one? I finally used some of my Heartwood and Hide tags, and I made a little zipper overlay. Thoughts on this? Do we love this? With room for the little Heartwood and Hide. So this is another video that I'm going to work on. I'm not redoing this pattern. This pattern was written in cotton. I'm not going to redo it. I'm going to do what I did with Harper and just redo the cover so you know how much cork. There is going to be one small change for you, and it's this pocket. I just did a single layer. I didn't do a double layer of cotton like I did with cotton. I just did a single layer. The inside doesn't have pockets. The inside is the boysenberry color from Lauren, which, Lauren, are you still selling water resistant canvas, or are you taking that away from me? I know you said you were going to. And then the zippered pocket, I just did like we do our normal cork zippered pockets. Nothing fancy. Oh, good. It's in stock until it's gone. Well, I'm going to need more of it. I use the water resistant canvas for my class kits because it's a really nice weight. And since I get a variety of machines, it sews really nicely. So as soon as it's done, I will be getting waterproof canvas light. Very nice. See, Lauren's always here to answer my questions. So that was bag number one. No, this is bag number one. Then I finished Harper. Then I started working on my new pattern, which is with testers right now. So you guys are getting another pattern in July. I have it tentatively scheduled for like mid-July. So you're going to be getting a new pattern. So all that to say, I wanted to show you the piping on those, but I also wanted to show you something that I did not make that Brooke made. Brooke made some samples with Eric's cork for him so that we have more EVL samples for shows, because I don't have time to make everything. And here is another way that you can use your piping. So the piping, hold that real close, is in between the layers next to the zipper. How fun is that? And this is Ellie, which I've never done a video for, because there was one already by Stephanie from Cool Addicts Anonymous, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it with my stuff. So I want to make this as a tutorial as well. And there's more piping on the back. Let's see here. And that one, where's the other one I wanted to show you? I thought, maybe I'm crazy, Brooke. I thought you put it on another zipper, but it might just be on that. Anyway, Brooke made some other samples, which I'll show you in a minute, because I don't want to lose track of my piping conversation, which will really not take much to do that. Oh, that's the last thing I wanted to tell you. I knew there was something else. So Lauren and I did a little project together last winter, if I'm not mistaken, or spring, not the project box, totally different project. Lauren, I believe, did it for her sewing blurbs. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. But she had a pattern of hers in it, and I did the cork piping for it. I provided that, and we did small cuts of it. So we did like 20-inch pieces. We have so many 20-inch pieces left over because Eric overcut because he wanted to make sure that there was enough, and he was so afraid of making a mistake since we were mailing them off. So Eric overcut a ton of them, and we have lots of 20 to 22-inch pieces of piping left over. They are also listed on the website on the pop-up sale page. So if you're looking for a little bit of piping for the love of change, thank you, a little bit of piping for a small project, we have that there. Limited colors because it's what we had used for that project. But I will also, as a reel of piping gets small, and I will add more onto that. And you might be wondering, but what could I use that for? Well, for the love of change, Lauren used it on that pattern. But also when we were at the in-person retreat, Christy was making a Christy. Do I have it nearby? No, the answer is no. Christy was working on a Christy, and on the bottom portion, Christy is the bag that has two, there, hold on, it's right here. On this section, right here, the bottom, she put piping right there, because on the original Christy that she designed, that I stole from my best friend and used it, I had permission. I took and kind of eliminated some stuff, but she made faux piping. She did like a little flange in there. And so that's where she was like, could I just use regular piping instead of a flange? And it looked really cool. So if you are looking to play around and you want a little piece of piping and you're not quite ready to fully commit, not that it's super crazy expensive, but you just want to try a little bit, there's some on the pop-up sale page. And that has also been updated. We do still have fabric bundles, and we also have cork on there. And as more things are eliminated, because Eric is like cleaning house around here, it's kind of crazy, but it's good because we need shelf space. So we've been moving things to the pop-up sale. Okay. That was a lot of information in 23 minutes. What else do you need to know before I show you some pretty samples that Brooke made? Anything else? I just threw a whole lot at you. I also have people coming to shop here at 12:15. So hopefully we won't go over today. I can't go over today. I have to be done at like 11:55. Okay. No questions. We're good. I don't think I missed anything. I don't think. Let me see. No. I think I got everything. Okay. So let's look at some samples, because Brooke made a bunch of awesome samples. So I have even more things to hang up in Dallas. And let's be real here. Eric is going to be setting up the booth by himself because I will be teaching. And how many of these samples will be hanging up and how many of my samples won't make the cut? That's the real question. I don't fully trust him. So in no particular order, Brooke made, and close your eyes if you don't like this, Brooke made the Tough Love into a Margie. Piping is on the cork page. Piping, handles, and cording. And
you're showing my bags?
Well, get in here.
Well, you didn't tell me. You can't just use this stuff without me.
Hey, no
Well,
yelling. And technically,
yelling.
they're not your bags. Brooke made them. Anyway, everything except the 20-inch pieces is on the cork page. This. Do you know what pattern this is?
No.
This
Tough
is
love, like our marriage.
okay. Shush. This is Margie. This is
Did you
Margie.
say pattern or cork? All right, I'll shut up.
Pattern.
No, I don't know your pattern.
This is Margie. You better know them. You're going.
I know your habits, not your patterns.
God. This is Margie in Tough Love with tomato. And one of the other things that Brooke and I were talking about, and I truly wish that I could do this. I wish that I could do this as a tutorial, but I'm not sure.
There's so much today.
I'm gonna swear at you. I'm not sure how to make this into a tutorial because it's basically how to be creative when you're short on cork or when you're adjusting something, or even if you've made a mistake. I don't know how to teach you how to tap into your creativity that way, but it's an idea that her and I were talking about that is definitely in my mind, where I want to say, okay, look, because what had happened with this, Eric sent Brooke some smaller pieces to make a bag. She decided on this bag. So that's why there's piecing here. You wouldn't know that. You would have no idea, but you might be at home going, well, I need this size and I don't have it. And I'm not quite sure how to wrap my head around the process, but I want to. I want to figure that out. I want to figure out how to teach you to be more creative. So, and just even all the rivets. That's just a cool little detail that she added. So,
well, it's almost like if you're welding two pipes together, I don't have enough pipe, so I'm just going to weld another one together.
right.
So you're kind of sewing instead of welding.
Right.
That's the only
Which that's something that, right, and we don't weld. I mean, some of them might, but we don't. Denise,
Lauren welds. She's a good welder.
Lauren is a fantastic welder. Denise, the pattern, all the patterns that I'm going to show you are on the patterns page of the website.
She's ISO certified.
Linda said, can I email you a pic of a bag I made with EVL? Absolutely. Yes, you can. If you tagged me on Instagram, I hope I saw it. I don't know how long ago it was, but also tags sometimes are weird.
I'm a lot
Would you shut up today? If you're on Facebook and it's our Cork, you can post it in the Cork Fanatics group, not the Patterns group, but the Cork Fanatics group. If you're not on Facebook, yes, send me a picture, and if it's okay with you, I'll post it.
How come I don't have my own EVL Facebook page?
That's up to you to start it. I can't do everything.
Oh.
I'm not in charge of everything.
You're afraid that I'll have too many followers?
Oh my God. Yes, that's obviously my biggest fear in life. I don't like him right now. So anyway, Brooke also made Margie in Bite the Bullet Cork. And I get it. I understand it's not for everybody. But remember, we can keep our opinions inside if we're not happy about it. We can just keep scrolling, right? It's totally okay to do that.
What's wrong with that cork?
There's nothing wrong with it, but sometimes people get a little about things they don't like, and it's fine. We all don't like things. I don't like broccoli, but I'm not going to stand here and lecture you on eating it. You know what I mean? So
is that more of a sexy bite the bullet or like bite the bullet? You know?
Don't say that on YouTube. When is the Eric bag coming to life?
Why do you gotta...
That's a good question. I don't know. I guess after Eric starts his Facebook group and you guys can help him with it. Oh, this is just added to the reasons why I don't like you today. Okay. Anyway.
You love me.
I do. Okay.
I love you.
Shh.
Okay.
I also have 2 Jane wallets. This one was made at the retreat.
To Jane or to Jane?
2, as in the quantity, Jane. Jane.
Oh, this is the one Brooke made. Sorry.
Dude, Brooke made all of the stuff. That's what I already said. Oh my God.
Are you here?
Me. Are you?
I am.
Oh, wow. All right. So this is the sugar skulls in the smaller size. And the reason that we don't have this on the website yet is because we have a lot of the larger size. And we were debating, do we want both or do we want this? And
Brooke
now that I've seen this one on a wallet, this is going on the next order. I don't care. I said to Eric, we have a lot of the larger ones. Let's not order anything. And no, we're ordering this on the next one because look at how perfect it looks on this wallet. I can't take this wallet to Texas because we don't have this cork yet, unless a miracle happens before the end of July. But just know that is because of Brooke that you are going to get this one. And also, look at it with the lime green. And do you see this too? That's not in the pattern. She did that too. So these are all different ways that you can be extra creative. So
Brooke is amazing.
do we like that idea of trying to put that together into a video of like, here's how we can fix things when they don't go our way, kind of a video? Do we like that? Do we hate it? Just say so.
The oops that become
Oh,
there you go.
oh
The
boy.
oops that become just like our marriage. My oops that became
I was an oops.
No, you weren't an oops.
Oh, that's nice.
But you're an ah.
Oh,
I ooh yeah.
Would you shut up today? Oh my gosh. Judy said yes, so that's all I needed to hear. Okay, so this bag with the piping,
It's
a set.
Yay!
Sandy said yes, Judy said yes, I'm done. Okay, well, I'm gonna figure out how
Did
to,
you show that one?
I haven't gotten there yet,
Oh.
how to constructively do that, because, you know, it's a set. I feel like I'm on QVC. That's across the screen. I'm holding up sets of bags. All right, this one, I don't want that one yet.
I know.
Thank you for helping.
Oh, goodness.
This is Olive.
Olive.
This is Olive in the Dress to Kill cork, which I love. And a little bit of rose gold with a black flap and a really fun handle because she pieced it. This one was just...
Show the piecing again. It was a little fast.
I'm sorry.
I couldn't see it. I'm
Can
a
you,
little slow.
can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll save my favorite one for last.
What's that?
Call. Now we are on QVC. Oh, Lauren.
See, it's comedy day.
It is comedy day. Thank you, Michelle. Yes. So this is probably the ultimate I tapped into my creative side showcase. So this is Daisy, which you're all probably very familiar with. Brooke was a pattern tester, so she knows Daisy very well. But what happened is the thoracic garden cork, which is on order right now, because I need a piece of it very badly. This is directional, and it wasn't going to please Brooke if the birds or the rib cages were upside down. So she did a cork overlay on the bottom. How cool is that? And then piece the straps. So just because you don't have enough cork doesn't mean that you can't do what you want to do. I'm just going to hold it in front of my face because it's just so pretty.
And especially with everybody, I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of our customers and followers and everything else, if you follow just over the last 5 years, you probably have a cork stash. So
it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. And can I also just say, just really quick, I don't have this zipper color with brass, but I'm fairly certain Lauren does. And if she can tell me the name of it, it's like a beigey, creamy white color. This goes really, really well with everything. I will get something in this eventually. We have it with rose gold. I just don't have it with brass.
But Lauren's so much better.
But Lauren's way better than us. I have the creamy beige, which is almost the same. It's very, very similar, but this is such a good color. So you can, Lauren's not better. See? But she has more zippers. Could be buttercream. It could be. I don't know. I don't know the name of Lauren's zippers because when I go there, I just buy stuff that I don't need and then I bring it home anyway. Just
like everything else.
I don't know. It's what I do with a lot of stuff. Yeah. I brought you home one day and here you are. So
yeah, I'm like a bad penny.
So, oh my goodness. I'm just looking to see if I made any more notes. Piping, cording, handles, 20-inch pieces.
What are you drinking? Booze?
I'm drinking water with pineapple juice and lime.
Oh, that's a Mormino cup. That's the Mormino cup.
It is, because it's giant and it makes me drink water. The only other thing I wanted to let you know, because I'm deeply confused. Eric said that I was wrong. I don't know if I am. I think that this is 4th of July weekend because it's before the 4th of July. He says it's next weekend, which would technically be the 5th of July weekend. So I don't really know. It doesn't matter, but I'm just saying. So Eric and I are taking a little trip this coming week, not this weekend because I have a virtual. We're taking a very quick little trip because, cover your ears, Eric has to go back to work soon. So we're just having a little, you know, like 2-day trip just to get out of town for a couple days. So orders will be shipping all the way through the weekend. And then Monday and Tuesday, we might not be shipping too much. Just an FYI. I know we ship pretty quickly, so it probably won't change a lot.
We.
Okay,
I should.
I helped today. So it is a couples retreat.
Well, because I said, I need help.
Yeah.
Please.
No, he gave me a pile and said, can you go cut all this piping? And I did.
Well, because you put it on, you gave it to people.
I know. I didn't give it to anybody.
Well, they bought it.
We can't give stuff away. We're in business. We're not a charity. I keep explaining this to you.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry.
So we will be taking a quick little getaway out of town. We're dropping the dogs off at Grandma's house and we're out for a few days. But you'll still hear from me.
We're going out for milk.
We're coming back though.
Oh, we're coming back.
Roberta's excited to meet you.
Yeah.
I don't know why, Roberta.
I'm special.
It's next weekend. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I told you. See, if you had a state job, you'd know, but you don't.
I know. I have a 24-hour-a-day job here.
Did you tell them we got new stuff coming in?
New Cork?
Yeah, it's getting printed.
No, it's being printed right now, and we have restocks and some new stuff that should be shipping Monday or Tuesday. But I also added something on today at the last minute because I can't help myself. So I might have added a little bit of time to the shipping, but that's totally fine because we have new stuff.
Everybody would be very happy with.
I think it's going to be very exciting. We have mostly new EVL cork. I think, did we get 5? 5. I think we got 5 new EVL prints, but I have a new print. So you know how we have glam on multiple colors? Well, I got my new print and I only got a small amount to see how the colors looked. Maybe we'll vote. I don't know. Maybe I'll just get them all and then some. But I did get a couple colors, multiple yardage, if that makes sense. So when they come in, we'll be very excited. My manufacturer and I text like every day, and he sent me a picture and said, what do you think about this? And I was like, I think that's an amazing idea. So he tried something totally weird.
I've been asking for it.
I've been wanting to do it too, but I didn't want to ask him because he already thinks I'm weird. So I didn't, but
you should meet me.
He asked if we would both come to Portugal and meet him. So just saying.
Oh boy.
Just saying.
I only get drunk on planes.
Western style cork. Not that I can think of, Cindy, but maybe that needs to be added to our list as well. We definitely have a long list, but we also we're getting some of the stuff off of it. Eric's had some ideas for a while and he's got some of those going. Kim said she'll go to Portugal.
I still want to do some steampunk.
Yes, but I think we're stuck on the steampunk on what direction to go. Yeah. Like clocks and gears or something more. I don't know. They want Western cork. I don't know if that's a you project or a me project.
Well, we did have a customer asking for what kind of cows?
Highland cows.
Highland cows.
Cows with the bangs. They're very cute.
The cows with the
llama hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Western cork, like cowboys,
like boots?
Indians, Levi jeans.
No, like cowboy boots. Oh yeah, steampunk butterflies and moths.
Oh, I got them.
I got that covered.
I have them already done. I just got to get them. See,
they're all about steampunk.
What last week was dragons. I'm trying to work on dragons.
I actually started working on dragons because Eric was busy, and it's coming. I'm not saying it's great, but it could be soon. It's not great right now.
So okay.
Well, it wasn't because I was having issues. Listen, Illustrator and I have our moments. Sometimes we're really good friends, and Illustrator is like that friend that's like, you're doing amazing. And then other times Illustrator's like, you're stupid. And I'm going to show you all the reasons why. And we were not having a fun time. My mom was here. We were talking, and I was trying the entire time she was here to play with this design, and I was just getting angry. So I gave up on it for the moment. I did an okay job. I'm not saying it's great. I don't think they would think it was great.
It's not up to EVL standards, but it's good.
And there you go. So
you're doing such a good job.
You're so great. So anyway, we're
bless your heart.
We're going south for the week, for the few days next week. So I guess Eric's already practicing. He's going to be saying "bless my heart" the entire time we're there. So anyway, I have some shoppers coming,
Well, we're going,
and I think that's all I wanted to show
we're
you and tell
going
you.
southwest,
So yeah, but we're still going south.
but we're not flying.
We're not flying. We're driving after we drop the mutts off.
I'm driving. You don't drive. Not when I drive.
I don't drive. Chances are we will not be getting the horses again, at least not for a while. They just were not selling as much. So maybe a new horse print. I didn't love that one because it was so small that I felt limiting. I feel like on a bigger bag, it would have been really, really small, but maybe a better horse.
So what would they possibly, like, desert cactus, cowboy rope kind of cork, something like that?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, a rope is kind of in your wheelhouse, isn't it?
Yes.
With your tough love cork.
Yeah. Whips.
All right, I'm done. I'm done embarrassing myself on the internet for now. Oh, I did want to tell you one thing. I'm just lying. I'm just lying all over the place here. So I posted that random picture yesterday of a pile of cork, and I was like, guess what I'm filming? I knew that none of you were going to guess because it was so random. So I will tell you, because I'm mildly embarrassed that I've never made this video. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. 5 years. And what is the number one thing that I sell? What is the number one thing that we have? Cork. What have I never made a video on? Oh, I don't know. The basics of cork. How to know good quality, what to expect from it, how to sew with it, needle, thread. Yeah, I've never done that video before. I'm slightly ashamed of myself. It should have been the first video that I ever made because it's what we sell. Now we sell other cork products, and I've still just never made that video.
You're supposed to write a book too.
I did write a book once. It didn't get published, but thanks for bringing up all my heartbreaks, Eric. So
You got me.
yeah, I know. So yeah, so that's what I filmed. Not that a lot of you need it, but maybe some of you do. Maybe you'll enjoy it anyway. But I divided it into sections. Section 1, I talked about my story, kind of how I discovered cork and how it worked its way into my bag making patterns. Then I talked about like the printing on cork and the dyes and what cork is, where it comes from, what it's made from. And then I talked about sewing with it and what size needle and thread and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I cannot believe that I've never made that video before. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. So that will be coming to you soon. I might edit that in the car. I don't know. It all depends on, we're taking a quick trip, but a quick trip means I don't have to drive either. So I might have time to edit. So my secret quilts, they're not secret. I just don't talk about them anymore. They're all over the floor, which I have to tell you, Karen, really bothers people when they come here. They're like, why are your quilts all over the floor? Because my dogs like them and because they can be washed. But people are very, very bothered when they come in my studio and there are quilts everywhere. Why are we making things that people aren't allowed to use, you guys? Like, that's the whole point. And my dogs are people. So they're laying on quilts right now. That's what they do. So maybe someday we'll talk about the quilts again. I'll give you a little trunk show of all the quilts that aren't covered in dog hair.
And actually, that was one of my first designs. Remember, you designed a quilt and you messed up cutting it, and then I told you how to piece it together. Security.
The face is not at him. It's at the little old lady over there barking, who's not going to do anything about it. She's not going to do anything, but she wants to make sure that she makes enough noise. All right. So piping, handles, cording, pop-up sale. It's all on the website. I am going to try and clean up the bit of a mess that I made before people come here so they don't think I'm a total slob. And then at 3 o'clock, I will see some of you for the virtual, and let's see how much I get done. Because I think I get more done in person than a virtual, but we'll see how it goes. So I'll see you guys. I'll see you. If you're celebrating the 4th of July this weekend, happy holidays. And if you're celebrating it next weekend, happy holidays again.
Well, what happens if you want to sell both?
And if you're not, then happy Friday. Also, I'm still not sure if we're going to be on next Friday since it technically is the holiday. Probably, because I don't really have a life, but I haven't decided yet. So if I decide not to be here next Friday, that's why. And if I am and you're around, I guess I'll see you. I'll see you on the 4th. All right. See you guys later. Bye.